All right, fashion dolls, and we are back. I'm going to try this again. It is Wednesday, June 5th, and welcome to another episode of Style by Stevie. Again, our very special guest today is no stranger to the show. He's an actor, he's an activist, he is a host. He does so many things, and he is one of my dear friends. And I'm super excited to welcome him here to the Dollhouse again. We had something originally scheduled, but we had to push it back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart. I had to restart over, basically basically uninstall and then reinstall because it was acting crazy. So I hope it works this time. All right. So without further ado, fashion dolls, let's welcome our very special guest, my dear friend, Ricky Taylor. There we
All
are.
right, there we what's going on?
Finally. Hey, Naptown.
All right. Hey to
Big
everybody.
applause to my brother K Tooks. Hey K Tooks. Hey everybody. We are here.
Yeah, we are
Let
here.
me get
Can
into
you hear me and see me pretty good?
what were you saying? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me and see me pretty good?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see your handsome face. Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You so sweet. How we doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I missed you. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We had something originally scheduled, but something happened and it's not my place to tell. If you want to share it, that's up to you. If you want to
Oh
share.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, those who do know, I have idiopathic gastroparesis, basically a paralyzed stomach. Uh, I developed it now, like 9 years ago, out of the blue. Just woke up one morning and this was that life. So basically, like sickle cells, there's no cure for it. Uh, and in certain times, you have these flare-ups where you can't keep food down and a lot of stuff of that nature. So you have to get hospitalized and try to get everything going again. So our first, the first interview that we had set up, I ended up getting sick, having a flare up. So I spent a little time in the hospital, about a good month almost, to come out back and better. So as we can see, prayer does change this thing. But you know, that was the core issue. I had to get my body back right, rest up, and yeah, we here. Yeah, ain't nothing stopping me. Ain't no stopping now.
Now look at you now. You're here. And I was with you during the journey. I called and I made
Yep.
sure that you were
Oh
okay
God, yeah.
because I was like something was off. Like I
Oh
haven't
God,
heard
yeah.
of you or seen you post because typically you post always
Yeah.
something motivational in the morning.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I picked up that phone and I called and
You
I said,
did.
"What?
You
Yeah,
did. Every day, and still to this day. How you feeling? How you doing? How's your day? This is a real one. I will give y'all that one. This is a real one that y'all got, yo. I'm telling you. Every day, still this day right now. Hey, yeah, all right. How you doing? What's going on today? You all right? You good? All right. Just gotta check on you. And consistent. So pure love, man. Pure honest love. And I appreciate it. I and advocate. She put a little flyer together and everything when I was in the hospital to help to go to a certain trial treatments I was trying while I was in there. Because again, there's no cure, so all we got is these different trials. And as the years go and people get smarter and things advance, hopefully one day we'll find a cure. But until then, it's trials and trials. And so, man, when I tell you, yeah, from the heart, I appreciate you. It's love, a lot of love,
and you
always.
getting some love in the comments as well too." Naptown says many blessings, bruh.
I appreciate that nap time. Many blessings always. And K Took, what's going on, brother? And don't know what I did. Okay, there we go. Hey to everyone, bro. I hope everyone is doing good, and I thank everybody for the love, the support, and I all I can do is thank God and tell y'all I'm blessed. We are blessed, and I have no complaints. I have no complaints. I have no complaints at all. I'm thankful for the people that's in my circle. I'm thankful for this person right here. Yo, I do not understand. Like, genuine when I tell you just to the heart. So, and yeah, I thank God. I thank God. So, anytime she asks me to come, I'm here. Anytime I can be here on the dollhouse, I'm here. You know, anything I can ever do, I try to do because, like I said, that's the real one here. Every day till this day, still checking, still make sure you good. How you feeling mentally and physically, not just on a general level. So yeah, oh yeah,
And that's something that we talked about this week was, well, May was Mental Health Awareness Month,
Mhm.
and we touched on that in the show about protecting your peace because it is
Right,
sacred.
right.
And we touched on that. We talked on that on the phone.
Oh yeah,
You talked on the phone about it as well too, about
oh
making
yeah.
sure that you were okay mentally and everything, because it was draining with you being in the
It
hospital and
it is,
everything. So I had to keep calling
it
and
is.
checking to make sure that you were
Oh
good.
yeah, oh yeah, it is. And see, a lot of people, they tend to forget that even strong people get weak. So they look at you and they so used to you being strong, they know you're a strong person, so they don't worry too much. Like, okay, you're strong, but they don't realize that, you know, as much as you try to take on and handle without breaking too much, you still have a breaking point. Everybody gets weak. Everybody, you know what I mean? Even if I can't admit it, my body gonna, if you don't sit down, your body will sit you down. And it's like, as much as I try to take on not just my problems, but a lot of the weight of the world problems and the things that I advocate for, and a lot of the things that I see out here in this world that, you know what I mean, would honestly probably make a sane person insane. Uh, some of the situations, some of the death. I mean, it's just things that you see, that is unnatural sometimes. And so, and then so especially when you're going through your own trial, like being sick and stuff like that, your own mental start to play games on you. And you start to doubt yourself. So as much as I am a motivator and try to be the strength of the world, I I need a backbone every now and then. I need somebody's shoulder to lean on every now and then. And then the moments, the ones that stepped up, and this one right here definitely stepped up, and not just only give a shoulder, but a back and a leg and a head and whatever else you need. I'm yours, sound to deliver. So I thank God for you. I
And
really
I
do.
thank God for you. I've been mentioning you on the show and saying, what you've been battling, what you've been going through,
Oh
and
yeah.
why we had to postpone the interview
Oh
and
yeah.
push it back. And now
Oh
we're
yeah.
here. Look
Now
at
we
God.
here. Like people don't know, man, and I'm gonna tell you, like in that moment, that was such a trying time because not only was I laid up, in the hospital fighting to try to figure this out, but I lost contacts while in that predicament. You understand? And see, this is my life. I have this is my bread and butter. This is my career. This is what I do. So, like if I say you don't work, you don't eat. That's my work. And to have contracts, you know, lost, that really hurt. Because I felt in that moment instead of stepping away, they should have stepped up. You know, Especially not to speak on too much on it, but one project I already had filmed the first half of it, you know, and then to get told, well, okay, because you might not be out for the next filming dates and stuff like that, we just gonna write you out the whole movie and film. And It's like, okay, all the work that you done put in and the travel and the time and the you know, all of the filming that you already done is basically non-existent, you know. So so that hurt, you know, that kind of hurt a little bit, and I understood it for what it was because business is business, you know. But again, I felt in certain situations, you know, you don't step away, you step up, you know? And especially when we have an agreement, you know, you have contracts, you have deals. We're supposed to have a level of understanding, you know. So it really hurt me. It really did. And the other one, it just, again, you know, was one of them situations where they just kind of stepped away instead of stepping up. So, you know, for me, that kind of put me in a headspace to where I'm like, you know, I got to figure this out. Now I got to try to replace these contracts, and I got to do this and that. So it's, you know, that causes a whole nother level of stress and panic and stuff like that. You know, because you don't want your work to go to waste and stuff. But you know, they say for every door that closes, a lot more opens. So as up to this day right here, as up to today, I just booked a whole nother film to go to filming in the end of July and August in New York. Can't say too much more, but I will say that as of right now today, I had a two o'clock meeting, Zoom meeting, and with them, and booked a whole nother lead role in a film. So, and that's just one that I'm telling you about right now. So since losing them two, I can say I done tripled or quadrupled my contract. You know, in since that time period. So, you know, no sweat, no sweat. No sweat. And for every dollar I was going to make for them, these contracts knocked it right out of the park. So whatever I miss, I ain't even missing. Got it back two times or more. Or gonna get it back two times or more, you know. And so I just thank God. I thank God, you know. And it's just off the energy. It's off the spirit. It's no audition. You understand? I'm signing contracts with major people sometimes, you know, and I got major projects out or films that I've already finished that haven't even been released yet, you know, and contracts that I signed last year to do work this year, you know. So I'm never counted out, you know. But a lot of these things that I book is just off what we're doing right here. They meet me, they talk, that spirit, that energy. It's something about it. I got the, you know, and that's how I am. When you meet good energy, good people, I gravitate, and you know, we keep each other around because we balance each other off. So I thank God to be able to walk the path that I'm walking right now, and to be able to, you know, not only replace what I lost, but have more and continuing to get more. You know, again, not to say too much, but one of the big producers that was on the Zoom meeting, they like, yo, even outside of this movie here, I need to rap with you on a personal level because I want you to I want to make you busier than what you already are. I want to put you in front of some more people. I want more people to see you. I want more people to, you know, to get this. So even outside of this, we gonna reconvene on another professional and personal level. Uh, something is going out. Hold on, y'all. I think I might have to go out and come back in. Hold on.
In the meantime, let me read some of you guys' comments, Fashion Dolls, and then I'm going to add Ricky back. Sometimes you have to find out who you really love and care for when you are at your worst. Absolutely. That is important. Naptown. Sometimes you have to find out who really love you and care for you when you're at your worst. A breaking point is your emotions telling you that you should have been stopped. Yes. Mm. So Ricky's going to be back. I'm reading you guys' comments. But yes, I didn't want to say anything. I wanted him to tell a story. So again, as a talk show hostess, my job is, yes, I'm the pilot. I'm the captain of the ship, but When my guests come on, they're the pilot. I let them take the pilot seat, and I get in the passenger side, and I allow them to tell the story. So I wanted Ricky to tell you guys because we originally had something scheduled, and he's back. And his testimony, he's telling it right here. So let's continue on. All right.
Better. That's better. Okay, there we go. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Was you saying something before you put me back in?
Yeah, I was saying that I wanted you, as a talk show hostess, as a host of this platform, I wanted you to tell the story. I didn't want to say anything, but people know as soon as I posted the flyer that I made for you, and then
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted them to hear from you yourself, tell the story so that they can hear from you.
Oh yeah. And I appreciate that level of love and respect. You know, I really do. And professionalism, you know. And but that's just you. That's you. You know. You everything good wrapped up in one. So you know that. You know that. Uh, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I left off, but all I can say is I'm thankful. Uh, I mean, it's everyday blessings. It's everyday blessings. My daughter graduated this morning. You know, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It has been a day, you all. Let me just say that. So today has been a day. If I look a little flustered or sweaty, it has been a day. When I tell y'all, so believe me. So yeah, but again, thankful for all of it. Thankful for all of it, as you know. And again, just I'm thankful for you, Steve. Thankful for the opportunities and like I said, anytime I can be a part of this great platform, I definitely don't mind jumping up there and sharing the love and the knowledge and all of the good things that I may know or don't know. We learn and balance off each other. So I thank I thank you for everything. I really do. I really do.
Fraternal, I am struggling. I was trying so hard not to laugh at Island Yankee's comment, but I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for Island Yankee. I'm thankful for Naptown. I'm thankful for
Oh
K2.
yeah,
You guys have been such a great part in my journey, in my story, in my life. And then I have to tell my story next week. Oh my God. I'm a little nervous about this interview that I have with Marcos Luis on the One Mic Night
hmm
podcast. So it's gonna be great. You guys will get to know a little bit about me because I know you guys want to know more about my story. And other than me allowing people to share their stories on my platform,
right.
it'll be the opposite. Me sharing my story on his
That,
platform. So I'm a little nervous about that.
okay, that's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna be beautiful. And let me know if I can and zoom in and definitely show support as much as possible.
I definitely will.
Oh yeah.
We keep in touch.
Some
And
somebody said they
you
patting their head like a pack of Newports.
that's Island, the other fraternal Island Yankee.
What are they patting their head over us? Are we so we too much?
He got locks. He got locks. So I totally understand. I totally
Oh
understand.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know how that go. That head get the itching. You like, I got braids. I get it.
And Naptown said sometimes blessings can come from a stranger. God sends angels, and Stevie is one of them.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, she is. Yes,
Oh,
she is. Oh yeah. If you don't know, y'all should know. And if you ain't heard me say, check out our past interviews. Stevie is top notch, phenomenal, the best. She know that though. She know it. She know it. She know where I stand with my opinion. So can't nobody move and change that for me. So yeah, she is a true gift from God. Like I said, everything good wrapped up in one person. There it is.
and you said giver. That instinct. My mom raised me to have an instinct to always give back to people, to always be nurturing, to always be caring. And we give so much of ourselves. We
Yeah.
give so much of ourselves to other people. We have to make sure that we are pouring back into one. And
Right.
Angel, my yes. Okay, let me tell you all about the sugar baby. Because I know you like sugar baby. Why is she a sugar baby? Okay, so I did an interview with somebody. And a gentleman DM'd me and he was like, would you like to be my sugar baby? Hey, baby, would you like to be my sugar baby? And I'm just like, oh my God, why me? I blocked him. So, I mean, it was pretty fun. It was pretty funny. So that's where he got the sugar baby from.
Oh my gosh, that is too cute. Yeah, you'd be surprised what type of messages we get in our boxes. Yeah, I've heard some of this most similar stuff, and I'm like, what? Are you serious? Try somebody else. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know, man. People just say some of the most outrageous things, and I don't know where they think they're gonna get somebody with that. But if you feel like you got to buy me, I don't even. I'm good. Learn learn me, and then you possibly could love me. But you ain't got to buy me because it's not genuine. It's not genuine.
And that's another thing. A lot of people feel as though they have to buy people to maintain relationships, and that's not the key. Just you giving, or like Naptown just said in the comments, he says that he doesn't know how much I made his day with just a short conversation. And he messages me all the time.
Right.
Alan Yankee will text me motivational things. I haven't messaged you in a while, but we text off and on, and
Correct.
we, or either I'll call or whatever. Like I said, when you were in the hospital, I called first thing. I stopped what I was
Oh
doing.
yeah.
And when you
Oh
made
yeah.
the post and you announced it, you said, I'm in the hospital.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, wait, what happened? We had a show schedule. And not
Oh
that I
yeah.
was upset about it or anything, but I was
No.
concerned. I
Oh
was
yeah.
worried. I stopped what I
Oh
was doing and I picked up that
yeah.
phone and you were
Oh
like,
yeah. Because I was
yeah.
like, yeah, yeah. I was definitely going through it, I'm the type of person I hate to not fulfill my obligation. You know, and that was another thing that kind of I hated to have to do. To reschedule, and because I know how much work you put into it, and people might have been excited, maybe not. I don't know, but I know I wanted to be there for you, and so in that moment, it was good that he was able to be there for me. You know, and I thank God for it. So I'm returning it. I'm returning it. Returning the favor. I got you.
Naptown and Alan Yankee, y'all are cutting up in these
So you
comments right now.
out here. Oh Lord, you can't be a sugar dick. Girl. Oh my God,
Absolutely.
you out here
Big
tipping,
spoon.
dipping, big spoon. Oh they being grown tonight. Ain't
Hmm.
nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, it is gonna cost you if you're gonna be tipping and dipping. That's something it's gonna cost.
I haven't. And yeah, that goes back to what I was saying about relationships
Yeah,
and trying to buy people's affection. It's one
yeah,
thing, and I use my mom as an example. I realized that I was telling someone this week. It was Bernard Q. Settles. I said, I'm starting to realize that I'm getting recognition from knowing this platform. And by me doing that, I like to spoil my mom. And my mom is like, you don't have to buy anything from me.
right.
And I treat her because I'm like, you're the woman who raised me. You're the
Oh
woman
yeah,
who brought me up to make me the person that I am today. You're the reason why I am where I am. So for me, a gift to her is something from my heart. And it genuinely means that. And it can be just writing a card to her. It can be sending her a text message, anything.
mm-hmm.
She said, you don't have to buy me
Right.
everything. And a lot of people feel as though they have to buy people's affection to get it. And it's just like, no, take the time. Just a conversation alone is the best gift anybody could have.
Oh yeah.
Sitting down and having a conversation
Oh
with
yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, you never know, and I'm big on that. You never know how that listening ear or that conversation or your spirit can change somebody's day. I'm telling you, I say it every day, and I'm gonna keep saying it. You never know because people. I'm telling you, man, you never know what some people mental are at. And your simple hello or have a blessed day could really save and honestly save somebody's life. You know, so be mindful. Always be mindful. Because like I said earlier, even the strongest people get weak. So always be mindful. Check on your strong friends. You know, check on their mental. You know, a lot of things is masked with a smile. You understand? So we clean up and we put all these things on to make sure you're not seeing how we really feel. So you not knowing that inside weakness and all of this stuff. So everybody that's smiling is not happy. You know? So yeah, check on your friends. Check on your family. Mental health is something that's serious. Check on them.
And you never know what a person could be battling or going through. I remember I almost didn't do an interview because I wasn't feeling it that week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, you know what? K Tukes, I don't know if K Tukes is still here. He calls me right before an interview. Like before we came on, I didn't even see the message because I had my phone on D&D. I try not to let my phones go off during the
Right.
interviews, be very professional and focused and tune out. And I
Right.
checked his message, and he texted me like, "Hey sister, is everything all right? Is everything okay?" I could not be doing an interview. He will text me, or if not him. The reason why Alan Yankee and me call each other fraternals because it's like him and K Toops, they know me more than
Right.
anything. It's like they're in my head. You know how you have someone who's in tune and in sync with you,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
they
yeah.
know everything you're thinking. They see everything you're wanting to do, and he texted me today and he said, "How are you doing?" Those are the best things right there.
Oh
How
yeah.
do you know what somebody's doing? Because people could say they're okay just to kind of cover up how they're truly
Oh
feeling.
yeah.
But the
Oh
thing
yeah.
is, let everybody know how you genuinely feel. It's okay to not be okay.
Oh yeah.
We have been taught to normalize keeping mental health hidden and not
Mm-hmm.
talk.
Right.
Whereas now we're in a day and age where people are starting to talk more. They're starting to open up more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just for us as black people as a whole. We keep things hidden under the surface, under the surface, not to
Right.
talk about it.
Right.
Just walk it off. It'll be okay. But
Yeah.
no, God put people here for a reason to talk
Oh
to.
yeah. Oh yeah. And you know, you have to make sure you surround yourself around the like-minded people and like-minded, like-spirited people, you know, that can understand when you're down, that can look at you and say, okay, no, what's going on? You saying you're okay, but nah, something ain't right. You are. You know, that's the, you know what I'm saying? So the ones that you ain't got to say, they already know. You ain't got to tell them. They already know, you know. So it is good to have great people like that in your life, you know. It's a blessing to be able to have the people in your life because they come few to none. You know, they come few to none. Like you say, you might get one or two or three. That's like, okay, hey, you seriously understand me for me. But everybody ain't like that. You know, when you stop being what they want you to be, you know what I mean. You're no longer important. You no longer, you know. So some people only love you for what they can receive from loving you or being around you.
Mm.
And some people just gonna be there to give, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, emotionally, as much as they can to you, because they know how much you pour out into them. So I mean, you know, and like I said in the seminars, happiness is a choice. You have to choose to be happy. You have to choose to surround yourself around things that bring you such happiness, tranquility, serenity, that peace of mind and joy. And if you don't know how, a great way, you know, they say it takes 21 days to form a habit and to start one. So if you take that same method and use them 21 days to wake up every morning and take and think of three new things that you are grateful and you thankful for, or you just love, and you can use the same three things if you can't think of nothing new on an everyday basis. I promise you, your optimism will grow so it will go beyond measures that you never knew it could. You will have such an optimistic spirit towards everything to where you realize that it's not about what happened to you, it's how you react in life where the stress comes from. So Believe me when I say all of us got our own song and story, but but getting knocked down is only half, of the story. We also got to remember that you got to get back up, and you're gonna get knocked down. You're gonna get knocked down a couple of times, but you keep getting up and you keep going. Job in the Bible several times fell down. But you got to keep getting up. You got to keep pressing on. So what I mean, choose that. Choose that. You can't buy happiness. You can't buy friends. You can't buy real life situations. You know, choose happiness. Choose this. Choose to separate yourself from things that are not equal of you. Unequal yoke will never match. A lot of times we put ourselves in situations where we ain't got to be. A lot of times we dealing with things that we really truly don't have to deal with. So eventually you have to learn to say enough is enough and too much is a waste. You know. So at the end of the day, to strengthen your mental peace and your mental stability, you have to learn to identify the triggers in your life. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Identify the things that are oppressing you and breaking you or making you be in the moment that are not of positivity, not of prosperity, not of peace, not of you. So anybody that is making you making you to be somebody other than who you are, that's nobody you need in your life, or that's not a situation you need around. Anything that is bringing you any type of level of stress, you have to learn how to let it go and let God. And it's not always easy, because that goes from all situations. Sometimes you got to let go of family. Sometimes you got to let go of friends. Sometimes, let me tell you something. God will break you down to the lowest common denominator so He can build you up to be what He wants you to be. You understand that? He will take you apart and put you back together the way that He wants you to be, to walk in the light that you have to walk in. But everybody ain't gonna be able to walk in that light. Everybody ain't meant for that. So you can't take everybody with you. And you got to realize that. What I mean? Because sometimes, we can be our own worst enemy, you know, and we can cause things to happen to ourselves because of the things that we put ourselves into. Or not knowing when to say, okay, this is causing mental stress for me. I, I don't want to do I don't want to do this. I can't do this, you know. And you gotta let some people fall flat sometimes. And it's not being mean and it's not being hateful. You pray for them. You never stop praying. You never stop praying. But you gotta remember that every path is written for every individual person. So whatever they got to go through, they're gonna have to go through it. And that they're gonna have to go through it with or without you. They still gonna have to go through it. But you cannot lose yourself trying to help find somebody else. You you can't go backwards trying to help somebody else go forward. All right. I'm not going to go to hell trying to help you get to heaven. It don't make sense. So, again, you got to get to a certain point in your mental, in your life, to know what you want to tolerate, what you want in your life, what you expect, and that don't make you a nasty person. It don't make you a bougie person. It don't make you a fucked up person. It makes you a person that know what you're willing to accept in your life, and it's just as simple as that. Either you're gonna come bring in the same spirit that I bring, and we're gonna have a great time, or you don't have to come at all. You know, it takes nothing for you to leave me alone. Leaving me alone can be very free. So do that. You know, But if you're gonna come with love and peace and joy, come. I'll welcome you. You know. But anybody that's causing anything opposite of happiness, you gotta let them go. Or you gotta at least learn that separation is key. So you have to learn the distance and separate yourself because them entities and them energies will bring you down. It's a scientific fact that energy is not lost, it's merely transported from one party to the next. So if a negative energy is around you, before you're gonna be sitting there looking like somebody done killed your puppy. And your day is gone. Well, what's wrong with you? I don't even know. You don't even know why you feeling that way. But that energy that was around you that sucked up that positive that you had. You understand? And so it's a real fact that they say that the only thing that's faster than light is darkness. And so if you're not careful, like the Bible tells you, let there from darkness be light. You understand? This is why your Bible tells you that, because the fact that I said darkness is faster than the speed of light. So your Bible tells you, let there from darkness be light. You have to be careful of what entities, what people you have around you, because everybody that smile with you ain't smiling with you. Everybody that's laughing ain't laughing with you. You know, so believe me when I tell you, a lot of people will pray for your ups, and a lot of people will pray for your downs. You know, and you definitely got to know who you have in your circle, who you can trust. You know, and the ones that you know you can trust, you stick to them, and you do what we doing. You know, we engage and we check on each other, and that's the ones you know we can genuinely trust. But anybody that's going to bring you anything opposite of that, guilty. And it's not being negative again, because like I said, it's continue to pray. But you got to understand that your Bible tells you separation is key. So you have to be willing to separate yourself from anything that is not equal of you, because it's only going to take you backwards. You're going to miss your blessing, messing with somebody else. And that's what you don't want to do. A lot of people walking around here with missed blessings. You know, a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So at the end of the day, you know, we got to learn from our bad and thank God for our good. Does that make sense? You know,
Absolutely.
every bad experience need to be just what it is, an experience. And you learn from it. You don't let it break you down. You let it build you up to know that next time it'll never happen to me again. I will never let a person like you do that to me again. Because if I do, then I'm not blaming you no more. That's on me. You know? So at the end of the day, you know, we can't be so quick to blame the devil and God for everything, because again, sometimes we put ourselves or keep ourselves in situations that we should not be or don't need to be, or dealing with things that we really truly shouldn't be dealing with. And that's where the mental disruption comes, because you trying to pack on your stuff in your life, and now you taking on other people's mess, and then you taking on other stuff, and then you ain't got no outlet because everybody around you, they weak, they need you they outlet. So you can't give your problems to them because they can't even handle their problems. So you see what I'm saying? So now you carrying the weight of you, them, and everything else. And it's like, when do I get the release? When do I get to be weak? When can I break down? You know, when can I not be good? I can never not be good, because who gonna make sure I'm good when I'm not good? Because if y'all can't even handle yourselves or your own problems, I know you ain't gonna be able to handle mine. You know? So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, where we at in life, you got to be real. You got to be real. You have to be real. You got to know who there for you, who ain't. You got to know that at the end of the day, you don't have to be stressed with nothing. You don't have to be stressed with nothing. God don't want you stressed. Love is patient. Love is kind. Anybody that loves you, they got patience with you, and they gonna be kind with you. No matter if they upset with you. I have enough love to sit here and breathe and count and say, okay, you know what? Let's talk about what might just upset me. I ain't gotta call you out your name. I ain't gotta curse you. I ain't got to yell. I ain't got to scream, because my love outweighs the anger. You understand? So if your anger is always overriding your love for me, then something is wrong. You know? How many times you gonna let somebody punch you until you say, "Hey, stop"? That hurt, you know, and that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? Everybody gets to that breaking point where they say enough is enough. Even Tina Turner woke up one day and said, "Okay, you know what? This is enough. This hit gonna be the last hit. I'm gone." You know, everybody got to have that light bulb moment, because the where you at in life and where you trying to go, everybody not gonna be able to go. Everybody ain't gonna be able to ride that wave that God has have for you. Everybody, because everybody mental ain't there to handle the blessings that God may have for you. You know, and you can't feel bad about it. You can't feel bad about it because we all got the same 24 hours in a day. We all got the same God that we can pray to. You understand? And if my success make you angry, again, I have to reevaluate you anyway. You see what I'm saying? You got to quiet down your happiness when you talk to a certain person. That's a problem. Hold on, y'all. Let's not be laughing. Let's not do this. Hold on. Hey, somebody don't want to see you happy. Come on now. You know. So yeah. If you got a circle and it's a good circle, keep that circle. But you got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. And you got to know when, okay, hey, this ain't for me. It might have been for me. I was younger, and one of my teachers told me, may the best of your past be the worst of your futures. And it was my birthday. I never understood what that meant. It was my birthday. He said, happy birthday, Ricky. May the best of your past be the worst of your future. And I was young when he told me that, and it messed me up. And I thought about it. I mean, I sat on it. As you can see, to this day, I still remember that. You know, I'm like, what do you mean? To the point to where a few years down the line, I had to come back to that teacher and say, hey, what do you really mean by this? And he said, you know, the things that you used to enjoy, you may not want to enjoy when you get older. The things you used to do in your past, you're not going to do in your present future, because you're going to be elevated to a different level. That's growth. That's evolving. So yeah, you may be enjoying this and doing that now, but a few years later, you're gonna be on to something else. You know, and like Maya Angelou says, you do what you can until you know better, and when you know better, you do better. That's the words of Maya Angelou. So at the end of the day, once you do know better, you start to do better, and yeah, and that starts with self. Everything is with self. I try to promote that as much as I can, because people tend to forget that we take care of so many other people's that we forget to take care of ourselves, and that's where we starting to fall short, because we getting burnt out taking care of everybody else, forgetting to take care of ourselves, neglecting ourselves. And you can't properly do anything if you ain't here, if you ain't got good health and strength yourself. You can't take care of nobody else if you weak yourself. So sometimes you got to stop and say, you know what, let me take a mental break. Let me take a physical break. Let me take a break of joy, where I can just enjoy me, enjoy life, enjoy the funds, and be who I want to be without anybody, not having to be political or professional. You can just be you. Let your hair down and breathe. You know, you got to take those moments. You got to have those moments. You got to treat yourself, because you can't properly, again, like I tell people in my seminars, you can't say you love somebody if you don't love yourself. You can't convince me that you're going to take care of me if you ain't taking care of yourself. So it's just, I mean, it's common sense. It's common sense, You the way you treat yourself is the way I'm going to base how you might treat me. And I carry myself with a lot of respect. I try to have a lot of decorum about what I may or may not do. So when people see me or they address me, they don't know what I do unless I tell them. So the only way you can address me is with respect. Understand? Because, okay, you like a person that take care of yourself. My God, with common sense. We can't handle him any kind of way. But if they see you don't look like you care for yourself, you don't have no respect for yourself, they're not going to respect you. They're not going to care for you. You're going to be another lost statistic in this world that we live in there. So at the end of the day, I feel that we really have to make sure we are protecting our minds, protecting our mental, protecting our self-worth, protecting our peace. And no matter how selfish that sounds, you have to do it, because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you. And your body will shut you down if you don't learn to sit down. So you got to protect your peace. You got to protect your peace. You got to protect your mind. You got to protect your body. You got to do these things, because if you don't, again, Nobody gonna love you like you gonna love you. They might come close, but nobody don't know you on a 24-hour basis but yourself. You the only person that is with you on an everyday basis. From the time you actually go to sleep to the time you wake up and in between. You. So nobody else can tell you about you but you. You know? So when it's like that and you understand that, you got to govern yourself. You got to protect yourself peace. You got to protect your mind and your strength so you can go out here and be the best you can be for somebody else. But like they say, two wrongs ain't gonna make it right, and two broken pieces ain't gonna make a fixed puzzle. It don't work that way. Somebody got to come with the common sense. The blind can't keep leading the blind. It don't make sense, you know. Go ahead.
And it's called insanity. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and
Right.
expecting different
It
results.
don't
It
make
doesn't
sense.
work that way. You have to change things up.
Right, right. You are very right. You are very right. And the day people learn that, and truly understand it for what that is, I feel the world will begin to get a little better. But a lot of people is, especially us strong people, we forget to protect ourselves. We forget to take care of ourselves because we doing, trying to make it, trying to do what we can in this business, in this industry. Then we trying to make sure our family is good. We trying to make sure our mental is good. And we trying to be encouraged to others and forgetting that, okay, hey, what about when I need encouragement? If I'm your strength, who is mine? Because if I got to be your strength, that means you ain't got enough strength to be the strength for yourself. If I'm your strength, right? So that means you ain't got enough strength to be the strength for me either. So if I'm your strength, who is mine? You know, just some food
You
for
have
thought. I don't know.
it's human nature though, because we're always, I tell people this all the time, we give so much of ourselves to the world. We're in the
Right,
business of giving.
right.
But we got to make sure that we're taken care of as well. Too.
Oh yeah.
Naptown says you better stop talking to me like that before I come through this phone. You preaching and yes, I did text you that.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys are having a whole conversation.
Oh yeah.
The reason why some of y'all are tripping is because you have decided into fighting demons that you aren't even assigned to you in the first place. Gaslighting is
Hmm.
not mentally deception,
Right.
but a spiritual. That's deep.
That's very deep. That is very deep. You got me over here throwing holy water. I know that's right. For real. Cast them demons away from you. I'm telling you. They try to get you. See, if the devil can't get you because you're strong, he try to use everything around you that's close to you to get you, to break you down, to knock you off course, to distract you. Look where this world is at right now. Look where this world is at. We got a president candidate who got 34 felonies running for president, but you telling me a regular felon can't even vote for the president, but you can run for presidency. You understand? So we're really at in this world right now. Where the weight of the world fall on these two guys, Joe Biden or Donald Trump. And this is it. This is it. There is no other candidate, no other hope that we got. Come on, man. There's almost a billion people in this world. You trying to tell me the only two liable people you feel is these two right here? So I don't know what's gonna wake people up, but something got to click one day in your mind and say, okay, you know what? If I don't take care of myself, if I don't prepare my foundation for myself properly, I'm gonna be in a world of trouble. I ain't gonna have nothing. You know, it ain't gonna fall in your lap. You got to build the future you want, be the change you want to see. But life is what you make it, and that's the honest God truth. So you can make it hard, or you can learn to be a little smarter and make life easier. You know, and that's by knowing who to have around you, who not to have around you, knowing that everything ain't for everybody. I ain't got to be everywhere because everywhere ain't for me. I ain't got to be around everyone because everyone ain't for me. You learn these things, you got to understand that everybody ain't gonna like you, and it's cool. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna still love you, but I ain't gotta like everybody that I love because the Bible ain't asking me to. Love your brother that I neighbor be. You never say you have to like him. But me not like you mean I'm gonna disrespect you. Because I'm gonna have enough love and respect for myself, not even put myself in a situation where I have to be around somebody that I have such feelings for. But I still want God to bless you in every way that He can possibly. You know? But you just gotta know. You got to know when enough is enough and too much is a waste. You know? And I don't know. That's just my food for thought. You know?
And it goes back to what Alan Yankee said also. Just because y'all have on the same jersey doesn't mean you're on the same
You
team.
gotta know it. You gotta know it. You gotta know it. Blood don't make you family. You understand? You know, so yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Everybody around you ain't meant to be around you sometimes. You know, and like you say, you're gonna be insane dealing with that insanity of having the same miserable people around you, and you wonder why you staying stagnant in what you're in. You, God ain't gonna never elevate you until you learn to elevate yourself. If you can't take care of a little bit of blessings I already gave you, how do you think I'm gonna expand your territory? You can't even maintain this apartment that you got. Why do you think I'll give you a mansion? You got problems paying for this regular car. Why would you think I'm gonna give you an exotic? Why? If you ain't appreciative and able to handle what you got, why would I give you more? He said, I'll never give you no more than you can bear. That's the whole ways. But you gotta know where you come from. Because he said you ask for things and you get it and you may not get it, the things that you ask and pray for because you asking for it in a way of vain. And you ain't ready for it. You gotta be careful what you ask for, and you gotta be careful who you around. You gotta protect your peace. You gotta protect your peace, and that's the first step. And I feel protecting our mental health, protecting our peace, and learning that everything ain't for everybody, and accept the things that you can't change. You know, learn to accept the things you can't change, and don't let it make you or break you. You like me, you don't. You don't. It is what it is. You know. Oh, mine is this one, in the what? Hold on. I'm gonna leave out and come back in. I don't know.
And strong people trust your friends enough to be honest. Yes, I do. I do, Alan Yankee. I'll text you and I will ask how he's doing. And he'll say, I don't know when he does it. The thing is, it's okay to not be okay. And that's what we're trying to get people to realize here as well, too, as it comes to pertaining to mental health. Ricky's going to be back. We're going to continue on with the conversation. I hope you guys all are paying attention. And he's dropping some gems left and right. So, again, he's in the pilot seat. I'm over here in the passenger seat and I'm letting him go because everything that he was saying was very, very 100% real. And I hope you guys at home, the viewers at home, are taking away from this because these can be tools to help you in your trade as well too as it pertains to mental health. Now, again, there are some days we don't want to get out of bed. We just want to stay in bed because that's what we want to do. But you have to get up and you have to be motivated and encouraged. And trust me, it's not easy doing this platform. 5 days a week, having to get up early every day to make sure that everything is set, everything is in order, everything is running smoothly. Like, I had to uninstall and then reinstall back. Everything is not going to go according to, and that's perfectly fine. So I want you guys to remember that. You better stop trying to out gym me. He's coming back. He's going to get more. Hi, Therese. I seen Elmo come in here. Hey, Elmo. Hey, baby. If you guys want to, yeah, this is a great conversation. And as it pertains to mental health, May was Mental Health Awareness Month. And I think mental health awareness should be every day, every month, because we're always battling or focusing in some part of our lives. There's a demon there. There's something that is bothering us, something that just doesn't make us feel okay. And again, I said it's okay to not be okay. Wait a minute. Ooh, okay. Ain't that kind of show over here? But yeah, it's important to make sure that you are protecting your peace. Your peace is sacred. You are sacred. You matter. Your voice matters as well too. And for me, I've learned, and I said this just this week with one of my guests. That was when I did my interview with Bernard. I said that your peace is sacred. Going outside is sacred. For me, when I'm editing clips for this show, I go outside and I take a walk around the yard. Like right now, I wouldn't do it right now. I don't know what's the weather like outside, but after this show, where I'm definitely going to go outside. It's therapeutic for me. I take a moment and just walk. And that would be my suggestion to anybody. Do not stay inside. Outside is where you get a place of clarity, whereas inside, we were all inside all the time. We were so focused on, okay, Ricky is back. We were so focused on staying inside the house and looking at the walls. Go outside, clear your mind, free your mind, and peace.
Oh no, go ahead, keep going. You go ahead.
Yeah,
You
I'm saying in other words, stay grounded. Surround yourself with nature. And for me, walking outside was therapeutic for me because I'm always in the house. And I
right,
went to go we went to go drop something off to my grandmother yesterday. And you guys know I talk a lot about my mom and my grandmother on the show here. And I saw my cousin. She said, I haven't seen you in a long time. She said, I've been in the house. You've been in the house? Girl, I've been in the house too. So it was good to get out, just that
right.
little ride, because I went to go pick up some takeout yesterday and I came back home. And just from my mom going to drop something off to my grandmother, I got to see my cousin. She said, I haven't seen you in a long time and it's always good to see you. So getting out the house is therapeutic for anybody. Take a walk and just make sure that you are staying sacred, staying balanced, staying in tune with nature. Some people like to just sit on a park bench. And I said this just this week. Some people like to sit in the park and just take a moment of clarity. A morning run, a morning jog, a morning walk. Do
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
trust me, it's the best feeling.
yeah. You're right. You are so right. You are so right. I mean, and again, like she's saying, them are just little things you can do to help protect your mental peace. You know, get in your prayer closet. Find a place. Even if you got to go in your bathroom, light a candle, just breathe. You know, sit in your closet if you can't go outside and
I
breathe.
right.
Talk to your
Right.
God. You know, learn that it's okay to be by yourself sometimes. Learn that. Accept that. Please. You ain't got to have everybody around you. But it's all start. This is all ways to help protect your mental health. You know what I mean? Little things that you know that bring you a little sense of peace. Like you say, walking or just looking at the water. Some people, for me, I love music. You know, music and light a nice little candle and kind of have
I
that
love you.
moment of, you know, right, create that aura and just vibe, just vibe. And depends on what you're listening to. You might be crying, you might go to laughing, you might get inspirational. You never know, but it's good to have all of these emotions. You got to let it out, and sometimes it's good to do it by yourself. It's a release. You got to release these things. Because harboring all that stuff is only damaging the inside of your body and your mind, and it's not helping you prosper. Let it go. Cry if you got to cry. Scream if you got to scream. Run if you got to run. If you got to curse. I don't know what to tell you, but whatever it takes to protect your mental peace on a serious note, do that. Do that within reasoning. You know, because I don't want anybody to go ahead and hurt themselves or do anything that's going to cause your body harm to feel like you got to have peace. But, you know, protect your peace, man. Protect your mind. Protect your aura. You know, what's around you, your essence. You know, we ain't got to be dealing with anything extra in life because again, life is already hard, and we ain't got to make it no harder for ourselves, and we don't have to allow anybody else to make it harder for us either, or any situation or thing. So it may not just be a person. So let me not just, this can be anything that may bring you any type of, you discomfort, stress, distraction, anything. So it's not always a person. It can be a place. It can be an environment. It can be social media. So, but it's, you have to first learn to identify your triggers. Identify, okay, what is it that is making me, you know, be this comfortable? Who is it that is bringing me these stresses? And the only way you can figure that out is by doing the things like she said, take a walk sometimes. Take a step back and look at your life from the outside in, you know? And the only way to hear your soul speak is by quieting your mind.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you're going to hear the spirit if you quiet your mind. So to do that, you have to get in a quiet place. Or you have to go somewhere where your soul can be at peace for a minute, and your mind can be at ease for a second, and then you can think. You understand? You begin to see, hey, you wonder why you feel so much better after you do that stuff because you finally gave your mind a chance to take a break, to breathe. Okay, let me chill, come back, decompress, figure this out. All right, I'm good. But if you're not giving yourself the moments and you just going and taking, you destroying yourself. And the people around you is helping you destroy yourself. You know? And or things. Again, people, places, or things. This is limited to nothing. Anything. And that's also too just learning. Sometimes it's okay to live below your means. Sometimes it's okay to know, okay, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add that extra stress to my life. My mother asked me, why don't you get a kitten? I'm good. I don't want to have that responsibility of taking care of pet. That's not what I have time for right now. You understand what I'm saying? But a mindless person that'll act off impulse of, yeah, let me do this, and then 3 weeks later, you no longer got the pet. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to be real enough with yourself to say, you know what, nah, that's too much for me. Let me step away from this. There's somebody said a distraction often comes in the form of something that you love.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And so that goes back to what I was trying to tell you earlier. When the devil can't get you, he uses what's around you to get you. You know.
Uh-oh. What just happened? I think it booted Ricky off. A distraction often comes in the form of something that you love. And when I had Troy Skinner on the show, I don't know what just happened. We're gonna get Ricky back in here. Fashion dolls. Definitely. As sometimes tears need to fall as they stop you from drowning inside. Yes, keeping things bottled up inside. Tears are literally. Okay, Ricky's here. Ricky, let me know when you're ready and I can add you back. Because the conversation is so good and then it just kicked him. I removed a lot of people recently as I realized I was surrounded by the wrong people. Listen, I've had to cut people out of my life and out of my circle. And a kitten damn mine wanted a grandchild. Listen, sometimes being alone is the most best thing for some of us. You have to take that mind to get peace of mind and clarity. And I tell you guys what I do every morning when I get up. That's my morning devotion. I do my morning prayer. I have my conversation with God, and I also do my affirmations as well too. And that gets me through. So removing a lot of people from your circle that no longer serve you purpose is a good feeling as well too. And trust me, I've learned about that all too well. I know about that all too well. Some of the people that you would see here that would come and support are no longer here. Some of them didn't mean any well. They didn't mean any good, and I just had to just let them go. But the ones who are here, that should be here now, are the ones who be here the most. I love being alone. As now, I will not tolerate other people's because as I am good by myself. Me, I love the people that is around me. If you have a circle, keep your circle small with the people who uplift you, like Alan Yankee, Naptown, Ricky is one, and you hear me talk a lot about him. K-Tubes. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded like you as well. And I'm waiting to see if we can get Ricky back. I don't know where everybody is, Fashion Dolls. You guys have heard the thundering outside. So after I'm done editing our conversation, I'm going to take a walk. I don't know what the weather is like outdoors. I'm going to take a walk and focus on editing that clip. I don't follow everyone back, only if I feel a vibe. You know what? You sound just like my fraternal Island Yankee, because he's the same way. And I'm the same way as well too. I pick up vibes and energy from people. Like, for me, if I feel something, I don't. That's another thing. Vibes. Um, if I feel something or something doesn't feel right, your gut instinct will tell you. It won't lead you wrong. Trust me. I know about this all too well. Sometimes I could be in my head, but another thing, anything you feed it, it will grow. Yeah. Absolutely. Trust me, I know about it all too well. All too well. Vibes are powerful, and they tell you something. They tell you something like, okay, is this person going to be a good person? Is this person going to be a genuine person? Those are things that you have to take into consideration and consider. So I don't know what happened to Ricky, Fashion Dolls. We're going to continue on. Hopefully he comes back. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm going to continue on with the conversation. Um, I'm glad you guys came right in. You guys came right in on time as soon as I came back on. I had to uninstall and then reinstall back, and that was a process too. So again, gut instinct and intuition won't lead you wrong. And listen, I trust my gut feeling. It never lies. Yes, I'm the same way. Like, if something doesn't sit right with me, I'm just like, It's okay to sit back and have your reservations about things too. That's what I've also learned as well. Is that if I have my reservations about certain things, that doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me human. You look amazing. Just saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you, baby. It takes a village for me to get together every single day consecutively and just envision what I want my looks to look like. Like, yesterday's was definitely what I want it to be, which is intergalactic, out of this world. And if you guys take a good close look at yesterday's piece, it was more so like it's great. It's, when I got it, it's straight up gray. When I ordered it, straight up gray. But some people perceived it as blue. So you see how the colors are. You see, yeah, the eye sees one thing, but it's actually gray. It wasn't blue. A lot of people thought it was blue, but it was gray. From the glove to everything, and then I had to operate with one hand yesterday. Now my hands are free today. I can operate with both fingers, and I'm right-handed. So it was pretty difficult for me to be able to operate with my left hand. Now, what's crazy is my brother is left-handed. I'm right-handed. So, yep. And we look just alike, too. It's like we both are identical. I only follow 5 people from her interviews. He's not lying. He does. And you pick up on certain things, and then somebody will come in your life and tap you on your shoulder and say, hey, I don't know about this. You keep those people around. Those are the ones that you keep around in your life and in your circle, because they will tell you right if something is wrong. or if they feel something. Those are the type of people that you hold on to in your life and in your circle as well. And he does. He does. Ali Yankee will let me know, or if not Ali Yankee, then K Tooks will kind of nudge me and give me a suggestion like, you might want to go back and check that out again. So it's important to keep people like that in your life that will let you know, like, hey, red flag, flag on the play, check that out. So fashion dolls, exactly. I want people to tell me when I'm acting up, to hold you accountable. That's another thing. Keep those people around that also hold you accountable as well too. They won't lead you wrong. Trust me, and it's so worth it to have those type of people in your life because they will again tap you on the shoulder and say, you know you did wrong, right? Or they'll come back and say, you need to correct this and fix that situation. So trust me, I've been there all too well. Yes, man. And those are the type of people that we don't need in our lives is yes, man. Um, I'm gonna keep going a little bit more. I'm not sure what happened with Ricky, but I'm gonna keep going. For some reason, I smell barbecue outside, y'all. Listen, the nose is a very powerful tool. I don't know. I guess it's because I'm hungry, but that'll be after the conversation. I'm just waiting around to see if Ricky's gonna pop back up. But and yes, Ali Yankee has caught people and nudged me and let me know, like, did you know this about this person? So it's always good to sit back, investigate, and observe. That's what I've learned. And I think that's a Scorpio thing because I'm a Scorpio and I sit back and I observe things. That's one thing about us is we are quick to let you know straight up. My mom's a Libra. I'm a Scorpio. October 7th, October 31st is my birthday. And what I do is it's too late to be eaten. Listen, what time is it here? It is 5:30. It's 5:30. So, um, it'll be time for me to eat a little bit. Ooh. It'll be time for me to eat a bit. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. But side note, gut instinct, gut intuition. When somebody catches somebody, your gut instinct, your gut intuition won't lead you wrong. Trust me, y'all. So on that note, oh, you're in the UK. The magazine I write for is in the UK. Mickey, the young lady, Mickey is, I call her boss lady. She's all the way in the UK. The magazine that I write for, Original Magazines UK. Pisces are very observant and intuitive. Yes, that is correct. Mhm. And one thing they will let you know, they will let you know. Uh-oh. See, Pisces, Pisces. And it's always good to just sit back and watch how things pan out. I'm like a chameleon. I like to sit back and whatever environment it is, I tend to blend in with that if I'm comfortable. So, well, I don't know what happened to Ricky, ladies and gentlemen, so I am going to wrap up here and then I'm going to call Ricky and I'm going to find out what happened. I think it might have booted him off or either his phone might have died. But I am going to wrap up and conclude here with today's final thought, which comes from Estee Lauder. She says, I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. And what that means is in order to get anything that you want in life, you have to work for it. It doesn't come for free. I built Style by Stevie right after high school, you guys. For those of you, if you're new and you're just watching, I built this platform right after high school. And I'm so thankful now to see how far it has excelled and come from the beginning. So I thank you all so much for your love and your support. And to anybody, if you have a dream or a vision, don't be afraid to follow it or to chase it or to go after it. Go after what sets your soul on fire, fashion ones. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I want you guys to tune in tomorrow. We have the Armageddon Diva. She is going to be joining me, and I will see you tomorrow at 3. If not 3, 4. Take care, fashion.